going to replenish you instantly in this season. We're going to go to Genesis. Blessings, everyone. Welcome back to Women That Pray. This is Prophetess Mimi. I hope that you're doing well today. I bring you a short message today. God said he's getting ready to replenish and he's getting to recover you. I'm so excited for the word. I know that word for me is personal. So, we all know what replenish means. Replenish means to fill. God said literally, he's about to replenish you as you go. Let me use a good example. I don't know if you've ever worked in retail, but if you've worked in retail before, and I'm sure it happens in other industry, but I know about retail. We're all very familiar with the term replenish or replenishment. Pretty much, we all know replenish means to fill. Pretty much after a client or a customer buys something, you go back on the shelf and you fill it right after the customer leaves so that your shelf is not empty in any way. God said he's about to do the exact same thing for you. As soon as you're done using one thing, God said he's about to give it right back to you. I don't know what that word is for, but God said he's bringing you something right after. If you feel used up, God said don't worry about it. If you feel like I'm about to use my last dollar in this, God said don't worry about it. Because, that I'm going to replenish you instantly in this season. We're going to go to Genesis 1:28. It says, and God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it. And replenish is what we're going to focus on. God said literally he is filling you up in this season. I know a lot of us can say, God, I've been used up. God, I'm tired. God, I can't push anymore. God, I don't see you working out anymore. God, I'm using my last. God said, don't worry about your last this time around. God said, don't worry about your last this time around. God said, because guess what? As soon as you feel like that's your last, as soon as you feel like, well, I'm giving all I can, this is all I have. God said, right behind you, there is something right behind it. God said, in this season, I am giving it right back to you. It's an instant turnaround for you in this season. So I want you to get excited in your spirit. I want you to get excited just like in retail. When a customer picks up a product, after checking them out, there's an employee that goes right behind them and go replace that product. God said he is replacing everything for you in this season. He's replacing. And God said he's not only replacing. Again, I'm going to go back to that example of retail. God said he's recovering. If you've ever worked in retail, before the night end, people, they schedule people around different departments and say, go recover that area. So that means the customer has shopped all day long. That means they've moved stuff around all day long. But because we have business the next day, Jesus, because there's something else that has to happen the next day, then they send an employee over there and they say, hey, go fix that up so that by the time morning comes, it looks brand new for the next person that's coming. So they send these employees, and the employee gather, just let's use an example, Target. Sometimes we pick up stuff and then we put in a different department, like we pick up toys and then we end up putting our clothing or something. So what that employee does is literally gather everything that's not supposed to be there. And remember, if they did their job accurately throughout the day, they were supposed to be replenishing. So that means they will just pick up everything that's not supposed to be in that area. And then they fix it back up, they make it look good. But then they take everything that wasn't supposed to be in that area, they take it to a holding area where somebody else starts to sort it out. And then at the end of the night, again, before the store closes, they call everyone from every department and they say, your stray is ready. They say your stray is ready. So everything that belongs to toys is not going to go back to toy. God said he's getting ready to recover everything that you have lost. So somebody might have been in that building, might have been in Target that morning looking for an item. But this time, the item that was supposed to be in toys had ended up at clothes. But by the end of the night, before the morning comes, the item then goes back to his original area. God said he is recovering what you have lost in this season. Oh, somebody might say, but what about last season? What about the season before that? God said literally, I am helping you recover everything that you have lost. Everything that you felt like you have lost. Everything that you felt like you have missed. God said, I am going to help you recover it all in this season. So God said, don't forget, number one, he's replenishing you as you go. That means he's filling you up. That means you will feel no empty in this season. Just like a gas tank. You know, we get to empty and then we get to the gas station and then we fill up. And then here comes the car moving again. Here comes us being able to go from point A to point B again. But God said, not only I'm going to help you replenish in this season, not only I'm going to fill you as you go, not only I'm going to literally uplift you in this season. God said everything that you felt like you have lost, everything that you felt like didn't come to pass, everything that you felt like was a lie, God said literally in this season, I am getting ready to help you recover it all because it is your time and it is your season. So I bring a word concerning you today. That God is up to something in your life. That God is up to something in your life. Jeremiah 30:17 says, but I will restore you to health and heal your wounds, declared the Lord, because you are called an outcast, Zion, from whom no one cares. But the word of the Lord concerning you today is, but he will restore you. Karasho. God said, this is your restoration season. I need you to get excited and know for a fact that God is restoring you. And know for a fact that God saw all that they did to you. God said he hear what they said about you. He knows and he sees what they said about you. And you started believing in yourself. God have mercy. I know I've had my days where I'm like, oh, you know. But God said, don't worry about the names that they called you in this season. Jikaro. Don't worry about what they said about you in that last season. But God said, focus on the fact that I am restoring your life and I am bringing you into a recovery mode. And you know the good part about when you get replenished? You see, when you get replenished, that means you have more energy. That means you can give it 100 every single time. Back to retail. That means the store can look full to a customer every single time a new customer walks in. That means they don't have to shop an empty shelf. I hope that you can catch your own word in there. That you will not go throughout this season going on empty any longer. God said it is time. And in this time, this is your replenishment season. And this, most importantly, is your recovery season. And everything that you felt like you have lost, everything that you felt like the enemy has stolen from you, everything that you felt like you have lost because of what you did, God said, don't worry about a thing, because I am the Lord that restores it all. And God said, I am about to restore everything concerning you. Says the word of the Lord concerning you. Man and woman of God, I need you to come into an understanding that you have not lost anything that God cannot give back. I need you to come into the realization that God is a God that gives. God is a God that gives. And he's about to give you the best that you've ever had. If you can and if you will, you can go ahead and put in the comment and say, God is restoring me. God is restoring me. God is restoring me. I don't know what you need restoration from. Maybe it's your health. God is restoring my health. God is restoring my finances. God is restoring me emotionally. I want you to personalize this and know for a fact that God is concerned about you and he's about to do everything concerning you. And this time around, you will do exactly what God has called you to do. And this time around in your life, God will get the glory. God bless you. God bless you. Be blessed. Amen.